Hey guys, it's Natalie and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review, swatches, and mini tutorial on this eye look of the new Urban Decay and Michel Basquiat collection that just came out. I picked up 3 of the items, but there are a lot of different items in this collection, but I picked up the Tenant palette, which is the more colorful palette. The other one is more neutral, and then I picked up 2 of the lipsticks, both in the cream formula, and they're both the nude shades. They're both the nudie shades. The other shade is a cool toned pink, but I knew I wouldn't get a lot of use out of that one, so I stuck with the brownie nudes that I knew that I would use all the time. This collection is available on Ulta and Sephora.com right now. I don't know when it's launching in store, but when I find out, I will put that down below. The palette retails for $39, and the lipsticks each retail for $17. So, this is the packaging for the collection, and then this is the package for the eyeshadow palette. It has Michel Basquiat's artwork. He is a famous artist from the 80s. Yeah, so he's an artist from the 80s. And these are the colors inside. All really pretty, all super unique. It does come with a brush, which I probably won't use because I don't like double-ended brushes. And then the lipsticks come in this packaging. All of this is like a canvas type, so it's like super nice packaging compared to their other packaging, which is, you know, just basic. Oh, this is one of their limited edition ones. Let's get one that's not. So compared to their typical packaging, I prefer this one just because it is cool for it to be canvas, although I feel like it might get destroyed faster, like if it's sitting in your purse, compared to their typical plastic packaging. But nonetheless, because they collaborated with an artist, I think it's really cool that they put it on a canvas type material. And then the palette is also that canvas type material. It has a little metal detail right there, and then it does also include this little knob, so when you finish your palette you can actually hang it up, which I think is super cool because his artwork can go for upwards of $400, and I think that might even be like super like cheap. Like I think that's in the low range of what his stuff can go for. Alrighty guys, so I've already primed my eye with the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Enigma, and I took the shade Studio from the Tenant palette. It's just a light pink, just to set it. So because this palette doesn't really have any transition shades, I am going to use the original Naked palette just for my basic transition colors. So I'm going to take on a large fluffy brush the M505 from Morphe. I'm just going to take Naked and run that through my crease. And then over top of that, I'm going to take the same brush and the shade Buck, which is a little bit deeper of a brown, and just run that on top of it. I'm kind of mixing them together as my transition colors, so that the other colors I blend will, or the other colors I put on my eye will blend more effortlessly. Alrighty. So next I'm going to go into the Tenant palette, and I'm going to take the shade Untitled, which is like a navy blue, and I'm going to put that on the outer and inner corner of my lid. It's like these shades do have fallout, or not a lot, but you know, just a little bit, which with super pigmented and colorful shadows, that's almost to be expected. So I always suggest doing your foundation last after doing your eyes when you're working with super colorful shadows in general, let alone Urban Decay. Urban Decay, I've noticed a lot more fallout with their shadows just in general. So after I place that, which I placed that with a Royal and Langnickel line and smudge brush, and now I'm going to take a clean blending brush. I'm taking the M200, and I'm just going to blend that together so that there's no harsh edges. And I'm kind of focusing it through the crease, but I'm not taking it too high above the crease. And I'm connecting them together in the middle as best I can. Alrighty, and I'm going to take that line and smudge brush again with more Untitled, and just keep building up the color. Because as you blend, you're going to blend away pigmentation of the shades, so you want to keep building it and blending it so there's no harsh edges, but you still get the color payoff you want. The nice thing about this shade that I've noticed, compared to like Urban Decay's other shades, is that it doesn't, they blend really well, which Urban Decay eyeshadows blend really well anyway. They're one of my favorite formulas for eyeshadows. But along with that, they build really well on each other. So I don't really need to go in a whole bunch of times and blend. Like, I feel like I have the pigmentation that I want, and I feel like the edges are blended the way that I want them to. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Royal and Langnickel detail brush from their Omnia line, and I'm going to take, I'm going to take Boom, and I'm going to put that more towards the center of my lid, on the outer, like, I'm going to put it like in the center of my lid, but like not covering the center of my lid, if that makes sense. You'll see what I'm going to do, just because I really wanted to use this shade. So I had to put it somewhere. So I'm going to take it on, this is like a short detail brush, and I'm going to take it and put it right here, and then on the inner part right there. But I didn't cover the center of my lid. So it kind of created a gradient from dark blue to the light blue. And that's not the brush I wanted. I'm going to go back with that M200 and blend a little bit. And I'm going to use this detail brush that I used to place that Boom color, and I'm using that to blend the two shades together. If you do accidentally cover the center of your lid, it's okay, you can just go over it with the next shade. I just try not to. Alright, and so next I'm going to take my Morphe M167, and I'm going to take the shade, gonna totally butcher this, I think it's Zoo. I'll put the name of it spelled out on the bottom. It's just the lime green shade in the palette. And I'm going to put that on the center of my lid. It's not as pigmented as I want it to be right off, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it on that brush again, and I'm going to take my MAC Fix Plus and I'm just going to spritz my brush once, and that will make it more pigmented when I put it on my lid. You're all dirty. So that's what they do when, like, they say they're gonna wet the shadow. They're just spritzing it with some form of a liquid. You can use a setting spray, MAC Fix Plus. Some people just use water. Some people lick their brushes. I use MAC Fix Plus. So, as you can see with me wetting my brush, that green just like pops on my lid and is like super pigmented and exactly what I want. Okay, so I'm going to go back in. I'm going to go back into that Boom shade, and I'm just going to put that on the outer edges to help blend, because I kind of lost that shade when I put the green on. Zoo color. I'm going to do that on my other lid because... Alrighty, so now that we are done for the most part, I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and I'm just going to clean up any fallout that may have fallen under my eye. And I'm going to clean up that edge too. Alright, so now I'm just going to go and finish the rest of my face. I just want this shade like super smoked out. So I'm really building it up under my eye. Alright, so I'm going to go in now with the Morphe M508 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Neo, which is this like true purple color, and I'm going to put that super close to my lower lash line. Since this is a darker color, I want it to be more detailed in where I place it. And I'm going to concentrate it more like on the outer corner to the middle. I don't want to take it too far in because it is a darker color. So next I'm going to take this Royal & Langnickel Revolution BX80 brush, and I'm going to use the shade Studio to highlight my brow bone. Okay, so I just finished my eyes off with some mascara and eyeliner. The last thing I have to do for my eyes is I'm going to highlight my inner corner. So I'm going to take this Royal & Langnickel smudger brush, just a super pointed brush, and I'm going to take the Jeffree Star and Manny MUA collaboration in Eclipse and pop that in the inner corner. Alright, so this is the finished eye look. I hope you liked it. I really like how it turned out. I like how this palette performed. And then as for lips, I did pick up 2 of the lipsticks, both of them the nude shades. I picked up the shade Abstract. Hold on. I picked up the shade Abstract, which is the one in the white tube, and it's the more cool toned, to my understanding, of the nudes. And then Epigram, which is in the blue packaging, and it's more of a warm tone terracotta shade. So I'm going to try both of those on and see which one I like best. So first one is Abstract. This is a cream finish also. Alrighty, so this is Abstract on the lips. It's a lot lighter than I would typically wear, but I think with the eye makeup it looks really good. I like really light nudes when I do like super bold eye looks. So yeah, this is Abstract. Alright, so the next shade I got was Epigram. It's a warm terracotta color. So let's put that on. And this is a cream finish also. So this is Epigram. Alright, so all in all, I definitely recommend this collection. I know I only picked up 3 things of the collection, but I picked up 3 things that I knew I would wear most. I think that the lipsticks complement the palette really well, and I feel like if I had gotten the other palette, I would have felt the same way, because it's a very neutral palette, so there's a lot of ways you can mix and match, and I think the collection works really well together. Had I bought the other palette, I could have gotten a full look out of just the entire collection, which I think is the point of the collection. I think it's very unique. I don't see these colors very often in palettes. And then these lipsticks, I know I'll get a lot of use out of because they are my shades of choice when it comes to everyday wear. So yeah, so I think this is a very unique collection to have, and I am really excited to use it more.